Hi friends, welcome to Our Family Cooks. Today we are going to be making sourdough discard chocolate chip muffins. Oh yes, they are as delicious as they sound. And these are a fantastic budget-friendly muffin to make for your kids and yourself. So I know a lot of people like to buy the store-bought mini muffins, but honestly, these are a better bang for your buck. You know what ingredients are going in them, and they just taste so good and they're easy to whip up. So I highly recommend trying this recipe. It's super easy and it'll save a little bit of space in your budget. First, we're gonna mix all of our dry ingredients. So we have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I am weighing these in grams. The flour is around 240 grams. And then we have baking powder, baking soda, salt, and 1.5 cups of mini chocolate chips, or 355 grams. So I will also link the recipe to this entire list of ingredients in the description below. So make sure to check that out and try these at home yourself. And as I mentioned before, these are a budget-friendly recipe that you can easily make at home. When I estimated the total cost, it's around $6.61 for the groceries when you break it down on how much you are using. And that equates to about 35 cents per muffin if you do the regular size muffins and you get 20. When I made this recipe, I got 20 muffins, and calculating that out, it's around 35 cents per muffin, which is a fantastic deal. And to give a little bit more idea as to how amazing and budget saver this is, if you were to go to a local bakery or a coffee shop chain and buy a muffin there, it would be for a single muffin, which I know they are a little bigger than what these muffins are, so we'll say 2 muffins. You get one single muffin, $4.50 or maybe $5. And this, for 2 muffins, it's about $1. Not even, it's like 65 cents. So this is a huge cost savings, especially if you like to go and buy coffee at a local coffee shop in the morning. This will save you so much money by not buying those extra treats as well. For the wet ingredients, we need 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, 1/2 cup of melted butter, vanilla extract, our sourdough starter, of course, and that is what inspired me and got me wanting to make these. Because as you can see on the side of my sourdough starter, well, this is the container that I keep all of my discard in, it kind of exploded in my fridge. So I put my sourdough starter in this container thinking like, oh yeah, it's not really that active anymore. I'm just gonna store it in the fridge and I'll use discard later. Well, the next day I came this morning to open my fridge and it had popped the top, came down the side. There's a big glob of it sitting in my fridge that I need to clean up. So that's what got me to be like, oh, I need to make some sourdough today. Anyways, just a little funny story. But so you also need sour cream, milk, and this can be, if you want whole milk, 2%, whatever kind of milk you like, and then also 2 eggs. After we add our 2 eggs, we are going to mix. And I have a really nice KitchenAid mixer, which honestly I'm pretty sure it was my mom's, and she gave it to me when she got a new one. So this thing has been in existence and sturdy and used for many, many years, but I absolutely love it. It's just so handy to use. I will link in the description to a KitchenAid mixer that looks just like this one that you guys can get, because I highly recommend you have some sort of handheld mixer so you don't have to sit and stir or whisk everything up by hand. It's so much easier to have a handheld mixer. And we are using paper cup liners to line our muffin tins. You definitely could just spray it with some cooking spray, but I do prefer to have the liners because they clean up easier and I don't have to worry about my muffins sticking to the pan. Also, pro tip, make sure when your muffins eventually come out of the oven, I know everyone wants to just jump right in and start eating the muffins, which you can do and that is fine, but it will cause the bottom of your muffin to stick to the muffin cup liner. It's best if you let it cool and sit for 30 minutes to an hour before eating them, just so that it doesn't stick to the liner and the liner is easier to remove. That is personal preference. If you really don't care and you're okay scraping some muffin off the liner and eating it, go for it, no worries. Now that we have all of our muffin tins full and ready to go in the oven, I am gonna put the muffins in my already preheated oven at 425 degrees for 5 minutes. Once it reaches the 5 minutes, we'll reduce the oven to 350 degrees and bake for an additional 15 to 20 minutes. You'll want to insert a toothpick to verify that it's all done. The center should come out clean or with a few moist crumbs. And mine, I set it for 15 minutes and I did have to do the additional 2 to 3 minutes to get to a total of 18. Just check yours, see what they look like, and kind of go from there. These muffins look perfect. And like I said before, when you remove the muffins from the oven, allow them to cool completely before removing them from your muffin liners. Since these are in liners, you can remove them from the muffin tin and put them on a cooling rack like I'm doing. But if you did not have them in paper cup liners, leave them in the muffin tins until they're cool, which will make it easier to remove them. So I hope you guys try out this recipe at home. It is so delicious and definitely something that I make quite often in our house. Make sure to also like and subscribe, comment your thoughts, and I will see you again next time. Thanks, y'all.